Well, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to build the most efficient observer and piston farm that we can build in 2024. So this one has a difference. You'll have to stay to the end to find out, or watch my explanation video to see why this is a more efficient farm than any other I've seen on YouTube. But before we get started on our building, there's a couple of things I wanted to go through that'll make your job a lot easier on getting all the resources that you need for this build. So first of all, as you can see behind me, we need an iron farm. Iron farms are a must, and they will be for this build. So now we've got our iron sorted. Now this is optional to have this set up. Instead of having a mine for everything, this setup will make your job a heck of a lot easier. Consider doing this first. So we have 4 traders here that will all trade your iron for emeralds, and also you will get cheap weapons and cheap tools. If you can get 4 of these guys, that should supply you with enough emeralds to get everything you need for the build. Plus you'll have good diamond tools and weapons. Now of course you're going to need some armor, so let's get ourselves an armorer. You'll notice all these villagers have been zombified and cured. They're all the cheapest trades you can get. We need armor, so I have 1 armorer, and then I have 3 clerics. Now these guys will supply you with all the redstone you need and all the glowstone that you need. So if you have just these villagers alone, this will set you up really nicely for the build. Otherwise you can just go mining, but that's half the fun too, isn't it? So just behind me here you see we have a silk pickaxe. Now this will come in very handy because you will need stone for some of the redstone items. Plus you'll be able to craft your stone blocks into brick blocks, making your build look better as well. So a silk pickaxe will be very handy. Now another item that you'll need is nether quartz. So the easiest way to get this is to go into the nether, but the only items that you really need to take in there, but to do this safely, your best bet in my opinion, a bow with either flame or power would be very handy, and also infinity on it, so you have endless arrows. You also need a shield, because this is all to protect you from the ghast, because if you're wearing those golden booties over there, you're pretty much safe except for the ghast. And over here are the blocks that we'll need for this build. So we need some redstone dust, redstone blocks, powered rails, normal rails, hopper minecart, some hoppers, some chests, some building blocks, some sugarcane of course, and the 3 main items are pistons, observers and glowstone. And last but not least, we'll need 2 buckets of water to build our infinite water supply. So I hope those hints will help you out a little bit, and let's get started on our build. One thing to take into account straight away that will save you a lot of pain and a lot of heartache is take into account where the center of your base is. So for example, let's say this is my center of my base. My farm is going to be approximately 65 blocks long. To keep this farm the most efficient, consider this before you start building. So you could build out that way and along, or you could build from the front to the back or from the back to the front, but try and make this your central location. So I've decided to build straight across this way. So what I'll do is I'll take note of the floor level of my base. Y level is 102. That will be where I start to dig down, and I need to go approximately 45 blocks this way. I'm almost on 45 blocks, so that's good enough for me. So if I go 45 blocks this way, that'll take me to 2400. So around here is about close enough where I need to start building. Now my base level was at 102, so I'll take it down to 102, and that's it there, and this will give me the starting point. And I'll just clear a space out, which you guys won't have to do because you'll probably be on flat land. So now at level 102, let's dig down 15 blocks. So now I'm 15 blocks down. I've just built a little area out here, and it's a good idea now to make a little clearing where we can put our supplies. So let's start by putting our water supply down, followed by a few chests that we can put all our building blocks in. It's also a good idea at this stage to put a stone cutter down. That'll help us craft our blocks. So we are ready for the fun part. Now this hole will need to be dug 11 blocks wide, 8 blocks high and 66 blocks long. Let's face it, the name of the game is Minecraft. So let's go. So that is 11 blocks wide right there. The easiest way that I've found to do this is to count our 8 blocks up, start doing some stairs. 1, so that will be our height level at 8 there. So let's start by removing these top 2 layers of blocks. Okay, so now I've got the top 2 layers done. We just continue digging down 2 layers at a time. Now I measured this out to be 66 blocks long, as we said at the start. So let's get back to work. And just like that, we are all done. Now is a good time to fill up any gaps in the walls or roof and make sure it is well lit up. The last thing we need now is a creeper coming in and undoing any of our good work. And now comes the fun part. Let's build. Okay, so from our starter wall here, we want to go 3 blocks in and we want to go to the middle block of the 11. So if we count 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that would be it right there. Now we're going to build a wall that is 5 wide and 5 high. Just like that. And come to this first block here and place a redstone block. On top of that redstone block, we want to place a powered rail. We'll come out 3 blocks more, and this will be a good place to put our chests. So let's place 2 chests down here and here with 2 hoppers going facing into them. Hold shift and click so they are both faced in. Now dig down here. If we come around here, remove that block, put 2 more chests here with another hopper, shift and click, pointing towards the block, and make sure it is going directly into it. Now we can refill this spot and start placing our rails. So now we want to go 14 blocks with our rails. 1, 2, hold shift on top of the hopper and place the rail. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and on the 15th block we'll place another redstone block with a rail. Now we'll repeat that all the way along until we get to the last section, which will be 11 tracks and then the final redstone block. I might take this moment to quickly ask you guys if you could please like and subscribe. As I'm a new channel, I'd really appreciate it. Redstone here, powered block. Now we'll repeat that on the other side. Just like the other side, we'll place our 2 hoppers down, going into our chests. Put our second chest down, and again make sure the hopper is pointing into there. Now let's fill this hole in. And finish off our rail line. And also guys, on my channel I have a new series out and that's called Crash, and it's where I've started a new world and I've got a crashed plane as a base, and I'm just building that world up and hopefully it turns out very nice. But yeah, there's a bit of entertainment and fun along the way. So check them out, guys. And if you hit the bell, you will see the next episode, which comes out pretty much every Friday. So let's continue on here with another 15 tracks, although it's just a lot easier if you just copy the other side. And on this last one, we've got 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and redstone. That's important to get this last one right, guys. Okay, our 2 lines are done. Now, on top of the rail, we want to put dirt blocks all the way along. Now, while I'm doing this, let me know in the comments below whether you like Hermitcraft or not. I'm really loving this latest series. I guess you could say my favourite is Grand, which is funny because I couldn't stand him when I first started watching Hermitcraft. My daughter loved him, and I'd always say, that voice is so annoying, but he's really grown on me and he's my favourite. Although, you know, Beat Up, Scar, Mumbo, Skiz, they all have their moments, don't they? But yeah, I'm really enjoying the new episode. And now let's run a line of our building blocks along the bottom here. I was just remembering that permit office in Hermitcraft. I think that's my favourite part at the moment. And the ridiculous music that plays. It used to be like that all the time when they put you on hold. And one on the other side. It's a bit of a Saturday morning routine at my house to sit down with my daughter and watch the latest episodes. So yeah, let me know below if you like Hermitcraft, and if so, who's your favourite character? Now go 1 block above in the middle here and place another line. Now I'm also thinking about putting out a lot more tutorial videos, but I want to do them with a little bit of difference. So they're not all standard farms where there's 100 videos the same. So let me know in the comments what farm you'd like me to do next. Fill up the end to seal it off, just like so. Now it's time to get your buckets of water. I'm in creative, but this might take you a little longer. Go to every second block and make it a water source block. That way you won't have the water running all the time. It really doesn't matter if it's flowing, it'll do exactly the same thing. This is just to stop that sound of water. Repeat on the other side. Now we cover the water blocks with our lighting blocks. Now let's place another building block directly along the middle. Now coming back to the start, it's time to place our pistons along each side. Let's cross over and do it on the other side. Now another reason these days I like to do my bases underground or somewhere else out of view is I just think farms just generally look pretty ugly, don't they, in your world? So lately I've just decided I'm going to hide all the farms. Like in my Crash world I've got a helicopter that's actually an iron farm. Turned out pretty cool in the end, so... But yeah, I just think it looks a lot better if you're not actually looking at the farms, if they're in a building or some type of other construction. Now come back to the start again, face the outside walls, and with your observers, place them with the redstone dot facing inwards. If you aim for the edge of the piston, this will work every time. And let's switch over to the other side. It's usually easiest to stand on top of this row and again point to the edge and go along just like that. Now that's all done. So let's count 14 redstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. On the 15th block, we want to turn back and face an observer. Just like that. Now on both sides of the observer, we want to remove both the piston and the observers. Now let's replace them with a solid block. Let's repeat this all the way up until the last one, which is slightly different. So again, we want to count 14 redstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Place our observer backwards here on the 15th block, and then remove the piston. Whoops. Remove both the piston and observers. Fill them in. Now let's do the same thing, 14 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We'll put another observer there, and again, same thing. Now this one is slightly different. This time we're going to put down 12 pieces of redstone, which should bring you up to perfectly even at the end. Let's fill up this end part. Okay, so at the end of our system should look like this, with our redstone on the end and 2 blocks. So this bit's very important to get right. So from the last observer, we count 12 redstone dust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Should end right there. And now we place 2 pieces of redstone dust, 2 solid blocks, and bring that redstone up either side. And now we'll turn back and face the wall, placing observers on the block there and there. These observers cannot sit on top of these observers, or it'll ruin the whole signal. So this is very important to get right. And now we can turn back around. Okay, now let's follow the redstone up until we hit the building block right here. Turn back around and face another observer down like that. Continue to place your redstone down again until you get to the next one. Place one down just like that. We'll continue this all the way to the end. Now before we do the other side, we'll just give it a quick test out. Alright, if we do this, just like that, we've got the entire amount of pistons going. That's what sets this farm apart, guys, because it'll be much slower if you only go the 15 signals and no further. So that's why we're doing it this way. Let's continue it on the other side like this. Again. Finish it off just like that. Alright, so this is why ours is different and more effective than any other farm. Okay guys, so all we need to do now is enclose it in and plant our sugarcane. But before we do that, we'll run a few tests. Now guys, let's see why this farm is different from any other farm. With a normal farm, the signal would continue on 15 blocks from there and stop. Therefore, this would continue growing, and that's time lost because a lot of the sugarcane will be up, ready to be harvested, but it won't harvest till the next piece grows. So that will happen on a normal system 15 blocks in, which is that one. And likewise, on a normal system, if we were to plant it here, it would only go 15 that way and 15 that way. But on this system, it will go the entire length on both sides, which is a whopping 108 observers. So this is perfect, guys. Now, we're going to have a system that's more efficient than any other observer piston system. Before we go and close it in, we best test the other side, make sure it's all working. Yep, it's all working the whole way along. Okay, so let's go ahead, plant all our sugarcane. And when we enclose this in, we will collect every single piece. Alright, so we are all done planting our sugarcane. Now to finish this farm off, let me just quickly explain something to you about the lighting. Outside in sunlight, it gives off a light ratio of 15. In here, next to these source lights, you'll get 14, whether there's sea lanterns or glowstone. But outside in the night, you do get nighttime, and nothing will grow then, of course. So that's why this is a more efficient 24/7 around the clock. This will work. So let me explain. Right next to this sugarcane is 14, as I said. If you go to the block above, it'll be 13. So how do we fix that? On the two major grow levels, we'll have lighting. So therefore, it'll be at 14 there and 14 there. So let's put our lighting all the way along. Just like that. Let's go around the other side and do the same. So to finish this farm off, we'll go around with glass, just so whenever we come in we can see that the farm's still working. But you could use any other building block here. Now the bottom's done like that. We'll go to the top and simply put another row on top of the glowstone like this. Now we'll place a block at the end here like that with another one on top, and this will close the top in so none of that sugarcane can escape. Now let's go to the other side and do exactly the same thing. Let's cover all along the bottom. This ensures we don't lose one single bit of sugarcane. Now we'll go back up above, place another block on top, and come back. Now we place the final row, and we are almost done. Place a block at the end to ensure nothing falls out. This one is unnecessary, but doesn't matter if it's there or not. And just like that, we only have one little thing left to do. Let's go down to our collection system and place a hopper minecart right there. And off she goes. Now, because our base is basically halfway above, that hopper will never go out of render distance and will always work when you're in your base, making it even more efficient. So yeah, it will take a little bit of time to regulate as it gets its first growth, and probably if you let it work for about an hour, then come back and do your testing and maybe AFK and see how quick it grows. But let it go for an hour so that everything regulates is the most effective way to do it, to get a true reading on how many per hour you will get. Okay, let's place our hopper on the other side, just like that, and it's off. Alright, so let's run a quick test, just to make sure our hopper is working correctly. And we'll come up here. Now that was 2 pieces of sugarcane that are sitting there and there. The hopper will pick it up, drop it off into the collection. There we go. Working like a charm. We'll double check the other side, make sure our collection system's working over here. Again, we might have to wait. Not sure if it picked it up or not then, did it? Oh, yep, it's already in there. So, yep. So there we go. It's all working. Like I said, wait an hour, then come back and AFK for an hour, and that'll give you a true indication of exactly how much sugarcane you're picking up. Well, there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy this farm, and you'll be the envy of your friends because you'll be collecting more sugarcane than they will. So do me a favour, hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know in the comments whether you want me to do more tutorials, and also let me know if there's anything that you think I missed or anything that I should have added in. We're all here to work together, guys. Happy Minecrafting, and bye!